Guys, we just got huge news on a trade today. It's bigger than huge. It is a legit Woj bomb. And no, I'm not talking about the Nets trading Zanin Musa to the Pistons for Bruce Brown. No, this is insane. Chris Paul, one of the greatest point guards to ever play basketball, has been traded from Oklahoma City to the Phoenix Suns. Here is the trade. Chris Paul, Abdel Nader, who is kind of a bit player with Oklahoma City. They're going to Phoenix for Ricky Rubio, point guard, Kelly Oubre, small forward, Ty Jerome, backup point guard, who was a first-round pick last year, and a 2022 first-round pick. So if you're a fan of this channel, this was actually one of the trades that I proposed and that I suggested when I did my Chris Paul trade video at the end of this most recent season. And lo and behold, a few extra pieces were added, but that is what went down, and I'm going to talk all about it, breaking down the trade and giving you my analysis in today's video. Hey, let's get into it. Hey guys, this is Troy with the Half Court Report YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got new NBA content on this channel all the time. Just posted a new mock draft. I've got tons of free agency videos coming out. Anything and everything NBA. You know, I had a busy day myself, but I'm moving stuff around to get this video out and give you the information that you need because I know how much you care about the NBA and trades like this and these kind of videos. But I need you to head down to the comments, tell me what you think of this Chris Paul trade. I want your thoughts on it, and I want you to tell me who you think won this trade. I'll tell you who I think won the trade here a little bit later. But yeah, insane trade from Adrian Wojnarowski. He's the guy I get all my NBA trade news from. He's always the first one to report it, and he was today. So if you're keeping score, and frankly, it's easy to lose track at this point, for Oklahoma City, now with this trade, they have turned Russell Westbrook into 3 future first-round picks and 2 pick swaps. And of course, that's on top of the number of picks they got when they traded Paul George to the Clippers. So it can get confusing. You got Paul George, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook. They're all combined, they're all intertwined, and they're all resulting in lots of first-round picks for Oklahoma City. That's the main thing that you need to know. What I like about the Thunder is that they are rebuilding, but they're doing it in the right way because they're hoarding picks, they're getting assets, and hopefully they're drafting well. So maybe they're going to end up trading some of those picks. Maybe they're going to end up getting some assets from the guys that they draft. They can get a star player down the line. They can develop the players that they've drafted, turn them into star players. They have so many options of what they can do. And think of this, they still have guys like Steven Adams who can be traded at some point. They have a guy like Danny Green who was just traded there yesterday for Dennis Schroeder, who could have some value to a playoff team closer to the deadline. It's all about collecting those assets and then squeezing even more value from those assets later on. Oklahoma City fans have got to be ecstatic with the job that Sam Presti is doing. When I was typing out some thoughts for this video, my computer auto-corrected Sam Presti to Sam Presto. And maybe that kind of fits because it's almost like he's a magician with what he's doing, working these trades and always seeming to get the best value from these players. For Phoenix, they are officially a dangerous team in the Western Conference right now. You can not even pencil them in. You can write it in a Sharpie for the playoffs next season. So cancel all that talk about Devin Booker being traded. I know Minnesota was a big destination, potentially. New York had been a destination. Cancel all that talk about him being traded. He is staying with Phoenix for at least the next couple of years. They now have a big 3 with Chris Paul, Devin Booker at the guard spots, DeAndre Ayton at the center spot. That's good enough for a 6th seed in the Western Conference at least. But you know what I think? I don't think the Phoenix Suns are done. There's a lot more that they can add to this team. They're still a little bit slim at the power forward spot. They have Dario Saric and Cam Johnson there, but Johnson is still a little bit young. Saric showed that his role might be more of a bench piece, so do not be surprised to see Phoenix go for one of the big-time free agents for this offseason. I'm talking Danilo Gallinari, who actually played with Chris Paul most recently in Oklahoma City, Davis Bertans, Jeremy Grant. All of those guys would fit with what Phoenix is trying to do. And I haven't even mentioned this. Phoenix has a lottery pick in the draft this week. All this to say, the Suns are going to be stacked come next season. So let's talk about what the Chris Paul trade does for the Suns. The first thing I think about is what he's going to do for DeAndre Ayton's game. Any big man that Chris Paul has ever played with has gotten better with him as a teammate. Think Tyson Chandler back in New Orleans. DeAndre Jordan when he's with the Clippers. Steven Adams on the Thunder. Every big guy is able to get easier shots, is able to improve his game with Chris Paul leading at point guard. It's not going to be any different with DeAndre Ayton. The pick and rolls that these two guys come up with are going to be beautiful. Chris Paul is going to take DeAndre Ayton's game to another level. And you got to remember, he was already one of the best rookies from a couple years ago. He could be an all-star next season. Chris Paul is going to do wonders for Devin Booker's game too. We are about to witness the best version of Devin Booker that we've frankly ever seen as a basketball player. Just like Ayton, Chris Paul is going to create some really good looks for him, add in a nice supporting cast. The Suns are going to be such a scary team next year. I'm a Grizzlies fan now, but back in the 90s, before the Grizzlies had a team, Phoenix was my team. I loved Barkley. I loved Dan Marley. Kevin Johnson I thought was awesome. I remember drawing pictures of different Phoenix Suns jerseys, and I was always tuning into the Phoenix Suns games, and I was so sad when the Bulls beat the Suns in the finals back in the 90s, and even still, I kind of hold it against Michael Jordan for doing that to my Phoenix Suns team. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this move. What do you think of this trade? Personally, I think it's a win-win for both sides. I would rank it an A+ for Phoenix. I would rank it a solid A for Oklahoma City. It puts the Suns in order to have the best team that they've had since Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, D'Antoni was the coach. And it puts OKC in line to have more picks than even Sam Hinkie could have imagined when he was running the Sixers. If you have that many picks coming your way, then odds are you're going to hit on something eventually. Oklahoma City is in a great position moving forward. You know, if I wasn't excited for the season already, now I am totally pumped. There's just so many layers to this trade, so much to talk about. So let me know in the comments what you're going to be looking for. What are you most excited about with this trade? Guys, that's all I've got for you today. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for new, fresh NBA content several times a week. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Troy with the Half Court Report, and I'll see you next time.